Welcome to the PD Pet Care Vlogs. I'm Dr Cath Watson, and today we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to help keep your dog cool over summer. While winter can feel like it lasts forever, once summer actually arrives, suddenly we're actually hanging out for those cool places and cool times, especially when the sun's beating down and it really is peak summer, those beautiful days. So what can you do to help keep your dogs safe over summer and help keep them cool? So number one, making sure they've got plenty of fresh water to drink. It's really easy to get dehydrated when the temperatures start to soar. Same for us as for them, so making sure there's plenty of fresh water available. Means if you're out and about, you might want to take a bottle and a little portable drinking bowl for them as well. Also providing water to play in. Maybe you're at the beach or live near a lake. Otherwise, set up a wee paddling pool, something they can dive into to help cool off when the temperatures start to soar. Making sure they've got plenty of shade as well, so that's something they can disappear underneath to get out of the direct sunlight. It's amazing how much cooler it feels in the shade. So maybe that's a tree in your backyard or somewhere nearby. Maybe you take an umbrella with you. Maybe you actually have a shelter built that's easy for them to escape into, that's their private space. But also making sure it's somewhere that the breeze can get through. That can generally help cool things down quite quickly. Having a cool surface for them to lay on, that might be something like a damp towel, it might just be a concrete area that's in the shade, so it's nowhere near as warm as the stuff that's in the sun. Bearing in mind as the sun moves around, sometimes those cool areas end up heating up, and paved areas will hold the heat for quite a long time. You can also get mats that you can fill with ice cold water. Obviously you want it something that they can move on and off as they wish, so when they're getting a wee bit warm, maybe they want to move on. If they've cooled down a bit too much, they do need to be able to get off it as well. So similar to that, you can also get cool vests that dogs wear, or collars that you can fill with ice cold water. So they can work quite well if you're out and about doing exercise, but you do need to be aware that they're going to need to be topped up regularly, because as your dog's exercising and out in the sun, they're going to warm up. If they get too warm, then they're actually going to work the opposite way. And you also need to be a little bit careful about stuff that is over their bodies while they're out and about doing exercise as well, because sometimes that will help trap in the heat, particularly for hairy dogs. Making sure if you're going to exercise them, do it early in the morning when it's actually nice and cool. I think it's more pleasant for us as well, but certainly on really hot days, think about just not going out at all. Use some sort of mental stimulation, so toys, lick mats, that sort of thing, instead of physical exercise. Try and keep them stimulated that way. If you are going to go out and it's a hot day, or it's starting to heat up, make sure you check the pavement before you go. So you should be able to rest the back of your hand comfortably on the pavement for 5 to 10 seconds, and then you know it's safe for your dog's paws as well. If it's starting to get pretty uncomfortable for you, it's going to be uncomfortable for them, and they could end up with blistered pads. So you want to stay away from that, or get some booties to put on their feet to help protect them. But ideally, if the pavement's already that warm, the temperature's probably risen already, so it's getting too warm to be out and about. And finally, never leave your dog in a parked car or a confined space that doesn't have decent ventilation. It doesn't take very long for those confined spaces to end up heating up very quickly to much, much warmer than the outside ambient temperature, and that can very quickly lead to heat stroke, which can be fatal in dogs. So keep them cool this summer by providing plenty of shade, plenty of water, and stay away from the heat of the day.